LSU Tigers return to Tiger Stadium for the first time since last November, we'll have all the fallout from their win against Jacksonville State.
Plus, did the Tigers find their answer at quarterback with Danny Etling? And how did the LSU running game go without Leonard Fournette?
Also, Tiger TV reporter Cameron Stedley will give you her take on the hottest LSU football storylines with her debuting segment, 3 and Out.
And later, you'll see a familiar face from last season. Hint, hint, he likes Bulldogs and Stingrays.
Stay with us. The game may be over, but it's now time for the 5th quarter. Run it. Quarter, everyone. My name is Reggie Chapman. Alongside me once again, Amanda Luskin.
Reggie, it was a great weekend of football. It looks like it might not happen with that delay, but it happened. We have a ton to get to, so let's get right to it. It was an interesting first game in Tiger Stadium, but the Tigers did exactly what they needed to do.
Tiger Stadium in 2015 triumphantly, but returned this season on the hot seat. But it took a new face in the pocket to turn things around.
Really felt like Brandon was not comfortable, and so we figured that we'd bring Danny in, and he was productive, certainly almost right away.
Miles pulled Brandon Harris in the first half for backup Danny Etling, and his teammates had nothing but good things to say about his performance.
You got to be ready to play when your name called upon, and he did a great job of filling in for Brandon, and also picking the momentum up.
I feel like he did great things. Like I said earlier, I mean, I could tell from last year when he was on scout team that he was going to be a player, that he was a guy that, is able to lead a team and be able to, make some big-time plays.
Running back Leonard Fournette was sidelined after re-aggravating his ankle last week in Wisconsin. But with Tre'Davious in the backfield, the Tigers said, no Leonard, no problem.
I feel like I picked up well after Leonard. Like I said, whenever he's not in, I got to step in along with Darren and Nick. We got to step up and just do what we called to do.
I like Geis. Geis came in. He was 19 carries for 155, and shows that he's a pretty special back in and of himself.
LSU wasn't perfect.
Missed an extra point, can't do that. And we had 2 turnovers. Danny throws a deep ball for no reason. Don't need to do that.
But they got the job done.
In every game, it's room for improvement. We're going to watch the film, and, we're going to see what we need to correct. So we definitely we're going to be ready for Saturday against Mississippi State here again.
As for next week, Etling is ready to compete for the starting job.
I imagine that we're just going to be competing at all times. If I start off slow, then, they'll try and go a different way. It's all about production and making good decisions for the team, and if I'm not doing that, then I would expect them to make changes.
LSU got the confidence builder they needed tonight, but the real challenge will come next week when they open SEC play against Mississippi State. Reporting from Tiger Stadium, Amanda Luskin, Tiger TV Sports. LSU got in the win column, but now on Saturday we'll really see what they have in their first SEC matchup against Mississippi State.
Well, there are a lot of different storylines going into this game for LSU. Les Miles already on the hot seat after losing to Wisconsin, and Heisman favorite Leonard Fournette didn't play due to an ankle injury. But fans were only really talking about one man after the game, and his name is Danny Etling. The redshirt junior quarterback came into the game after Brandon Harris failed to move the offense on LSU's first 2 possessions. Etling's interest seemed to immediately spark a much-needed fire under the LSU offense as he led the Tigers to 3 straight scoring drives. Etling's final stat line was nothing too spectacular. He only competed 6 of 14 passes for 100 yards with a throwing and rushing touchdown and an interception. But overall, the offense flowed a lot smoother with number 16 under center. Now, Amanda, Coach Miles said today at the Lunch with Les press conference that he will not tell the media which quarterback plans to start until he talks to his team first. What do you think? Who will be under center on Saturday?
Well, first of all, I wouldn't be surprised if Les does not tell us who will be under center until game time, because that's what he did with Leonard Fournette last week. But I don't think Brandon Harris has the maturity to play in this league. Right after the game, I saw him storm right off the field before shaking a Jacksonville State player's hand before congratulating his team. I think Danny Etling is the way to go.
I agree, Amanda.
Danny Etling may have been the name on everyone's tongue after the game, but it was really running back Tre'Davious who had the biggest night. Stepping in for the injured Leonard Fournette, Geis had some mighty big shoes to fill, but the Catholic High star did just that. The sophomore tailback rushed for 155 yards and scored a touchdown. Geis was instrumental moving the ball on several drives with a 32 and 44-yard rushes. He also caught an 18-yard screen pass from Danny Etling that set up LSU fullback Rakifin Mouton for a score. Geis mentioned that Coach Miles didn't tell him he'd start until right before game time.
So Darius Geis was obviously the player of the game, but the play of the game had to go to no other than LSU's return man, Tre'Davious White, on this amazing punt return that earned him the number 3 spot on ESPN's top 10 list. Let's take a look at it here, Amanda. What do you think?
Well, he went right far back and got right around all the defenders to get to the end zone. Just unbelievable work, unbelievable athleticism.
I think Les Miles said that he went back a total of 21 yards before beating the other players to the edge and getting all the way around to the end zone. And after that, I talked to him about it. He had a little shrug after that, saying that, this is easy, man. This is what he does. It was a great play, but here's what White had to say for himself.
Man, I just wanted to make a play. I knew going back wasn't the best thing to do, but once I was able to beat the guys to the sideline, I knew that I had a wall set up for me, and I knew it was a lot of green grass.
Was there a point?
Now, Amanda, this is Trey White's second touchdown of the season. He had the pick 6 against Wisconsin last weekend. Will he go 3 for 3 against Mississippi State?
I think there's no reason to think that he won't. He's a senior. He had 2 of his best games that he's had so far, and there's no reason to think that he won't do this in every game of the season.
I agree. He's really earning that number 18 that he has on his back.
For sure.
Coming up after the break, Tiger TV reporter Cameron Stelly is here debuting her new segment, 3 and Out, and Amanda, I think she's got an interesting take on LSU wide receiver Malachi Dupree.
Stick around. The 5th quarter. We'll be right back.
Welcome back to the show, and it's now time for 3 and Out, where I give you my top 3 takes on LSU football. I'm Cameron Stelly. First down, Brandon Harris could be watching from the sidelines more times than not for the remainder of the season, because over the past 2 seasons, he's had one too many 3 and Outs. The first 2 offensive possessions against Jacksonville State, Harris led LSU to 2 3 and Outs. Second down, I'm going with Les Miles. Although controversy is surrounding him again for his decision-making and lack thereof, let's cut the guy some slack. As long as he's open to giving Danny Etling a chance, then things can turn around for LSU. It'll be a process, but like Miles said after Saturday's game, Danny can run a team. He can make some plays. So, looking forward to the first SEC matchup for LSU, let's hope that Les Miles has the right guy on the job. Third down, wide receiver Malachi Dupree just can't seem to make receptions. After just the first 2 games of the season, Dupree was targeted 15 times and only connected on 3 of them, dropping 4. Needless to say, he is struggling, and after Saturday's game, Les Miles couldn't seem to figure out why. Well, that's 3 for me, and I'm out. But whatever you do, don't leave us during the break, because in our last segment of today's show, Reggie and Amanda have a message from a special Bulldog fan. The 5th quarter will be right back.
Welcome back, everyone, to the final segment of the 5th quarter. Now, as we mentioned earlier, LSU will play Mississippi State this Saturday in Death Valley. Like the Tigers, the Bulldogs started their season 0 for 1 with a loss to South Alabama.
But a good friend of ours, Mississippi State fanatic Stephen Stingray Ray, had a message for the Bulldogs before the game against South Carolina Saturday night. Take a listen.
And I was in Starkville at the game when Mississippi State depressingly lost to South Alabama. And I felt so bad after that game, I could almost cry. But then I realized and remembered that old song from the 90s. I get knocked down, but I get up again. You're never going to keep me down. You're never going to keep me down. That's right! You're never going to keep old Stingray and the Mississippi State Bulldogs down. Now, yes, we lost last weekend.
That man is a legend. That man is a legend.
He is.
Sitting there looked like a Game of Thrones video.
You gotta love his enthusiasm, and that's one thing that's so great about the SEC is the SEC really does have great fans. And I mean, of course, he's not a Tiger fan, but I think that's just proof.
And hopefully, we can probably get maybe some sound from him on the show in a couple weeks, or at least next week when we talk to him. Hopefully, we'll see him this weekend.
He always comes by Tiger TV and says hi to us, and we appreciate that. So hopefully, we can do that again this weekend. Well, that's all the time we have for today's show. Thank you to everyone out there for tuning in.
Yes, and if you like what you see, visit LSUnow.com for more of our LSU sports coverage. Also, follow us on Twitter at TTV_sports.
And don't forget to visit LSUnow.com this Saturday at 4 p.m. when we host our Tiger TV tailgate show from the Manship patio. Until Saturday, I'm Amanda Luskin. That's Reggie Chapman. We'll see you guys soon.